Hello, all. Welcome to MMSC491 or 691. I am your host and instructor. Let's see if you can figure out how to pronounce my name. I get Bawani all the time. That's not right. Bawini, that's not right. Maybe that might help a little bit. So yes, my name is Dr. Boney. Figure it's an easier way to have you figure out how to pronounce it. And I want to go ahead and kind of give you an outline for the course so you have kind of a sense of what you're going to be getting into. So first, let's talk real quick about the format of the course. Most of you, the vast majority of you, are PA, physician's assistant track, or medical, or physicians. So you're going to be going to some sort of school after this. And so this course is designed to really give you a good foundation for a course that depends heavily on a textbook. A lot of the medical schools and PA schools still rely heavily on students to be able to basically use a textbook to learn. And a lot of you have probably not had a lot of courses where you've truly been reliant on a textbook. This is definitely one of those courses, and this is an attempt again to prepare you even further for your next steps. Don't believe me, ask any student who's taken this course. You must read this book to get a good grade. I really don't know of anyone who's done well without it. It doesn't mean we leave you alone with just a book, but this particular slide is going to help you to understand how this is organized. So, information for exam 1, there's going to be recorded lectures for each section from a PowerPoint. So basically it's a PowerPoint that is annotated. There's also going to be something called Edpuzzle Interactive Lectures. These are like 4 to 5 minute short animated engaging lectures where there will be embedded questions where in the middle of the lecture you will answer questions, yes, no, maybe so. Some are open-ended, some are multiple choice. These are not graded. I repeat, they're not graded, but these would serve as what I would do in a classroom if I saw you in face-to-face. And then, of course, there's the textbook. So the second exam, you'll see that we start to remove some of the recorded lecture for each section. We still have the Edpuzzle interactive lectures, not as many. And of course, then we have the textbook. And by the third exam, there's no recorded lectures for each section. There's fewer Edpuzzle interactive lectures. There is what's called a PBL assignment, problem-based learning assignment. There's 2 of them. And then there's your textbook. So what's standard on this is the textbook itself be used, excuse me, sorry, be used throughout this course. So let's go ahead and get to the actual part of the course. Your view will look a little different than mine, obviously, because I have everything open now and I'm going to show you all this. But by the time the course starts, you'll be able to see minimally the syllabus and other information. Of course, this course video will be here as well. So the first thing we want to do is tackle the syllabus. Let's go ahead and do that. So again, whether you're taking spring, fall, or winter, this part will be different clearly for all of you. So let's take a look at one for winter session. This is 2023. You can read all of this. Obviously, I'm not going to read that part to you. Here is the grading. Here is the way that everything is organized for the way you get the percentage of grades and the numerical grade determination. You can see that the exams are worth a lot. You also have an ethics case discussion, and we'll get to that. So in terms of winter session, let me go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. So this is how everything is organized. It's only, again, 4 weeks and a few days. So things go quickly. So every week there'll be a discussion and a quiz, and then a second discussion and a second quiz. So basically 2 chapters and 2 discussions, and the due dates are here. These are all due in Canvas, and you can see the week starts on a Monday, and with the exception of the very first day, because the semester of winter doesn't start till Tuesday, but assume it's Monday through Sunday, and all of the work is due 11:59 p.m. So you can see how this goes. You can see when the exam is. You get 2 days to take the exam. You're welcome. You can take it anytime during the 16th or the 17th. I find during winter session, if someone takes sometimes 2 courses, that a lot of times you'll get a professor, for both courses, you'll have 2 exams on the same day. So this one you can take one or the other day. It does not matter to me. And all the way down the line we go, and you can see kind of where you're going to need to know when things are due. So course policies, again, you can read all of this stuff. This is the standard stuff. So let's go to the actual course to see how it is organized. So once you watch the course video, which you'll be watching now, second thing is you'll need to print out this procedural acknowledgement page. This basically says that you will not cheat on the exams, and all the work that you hand in will be your own work for discussions and the case study. So that is also due, so be sure to sign that and get it back. Okay, the next thing we have is this thing called Edpuzzle. This is free, so if you just go ahead and click right here, it's going to basically kind of give you a page that looks like this, and you're going to want to feel like you're going to want to sign in here. Don't sign in yet. You haven't even joined this, so you have to sign up. So if you follow my mouse, go all the way up here to the corner and hit sign up. And from here, you can just hit sign up with Edpuzzle. And you can put in your first, last name, blah, blah. You can see that this is for my particular course. So once you put in first, last, username, and password, you just hit join the class. And then the beauty is I have it integrated with Canvas, so you can actually do all of these assignments from Canvas. So you don't need to keep going back and forth to edpuzzle.com to do your interactive lectures. Let me show you kind of how that works. So once you've already went ahead and registered for Edpuzzle, you can just basically go back to here. And now I'll kind of scroll down and I'll address the Edpuzzle in about a minute. First of all, you want a copy of the textbook. It's right here. So it's a PDF. If you want to get a copy of it from the bookstore, feel free. But this is a PDF copy of the book that we will be using. It's really good. Genetics and Genomics in Medicine. So if you do want a paper copy, go ahead and get that in the bookstore. Otherwise, here's a PDF for you. All right, so now if we get to the meat of the course, you'll see here that there's all of these things, and some of these are, for example, overview chapter 1. Those will be a discussion post. But as we move along down that, this is now called an Edpuzzle. So what is this structure of DNA? So if I look back into my chapter 1, there it is, the structure of DNA. So this is an Edpuzzle. You'll notice that my name is right here because I've already signed up for the course. And so what you would do is you just hit get started, and you can make it full screen if you want, like this. And if I move the screen down, you'll see that there's little teardrops. It's probably hard to see, but these little teardrops are basically a way to ask you questions. So right now you'll see the video is running. You probably can't hear it. But in the middle of this, you can see all of a sudden right in the middle of this video, don't worry about this little thing here, but there's a note. So basically I make you little notes and then I can ask you questions and all kinds of stuff. So it's an interactive thing. So to kind of see what it looks like in a smaller sense, you'll notice that there's these little arrows under here, and these are going to be assessment questions and whatnot, or statements for you as you go along with all these. And this is not graded. I highly suggest you watch them. They're related to the content, but the idea here is that if I'm going to be talking about structure of DNA in grave detail, you would need to make sure you understand the fundamentals of DNA, and that's what a lot of these Edpuzzles are. They're making sure you understand the fundamentals. So some of these things under chapter 1 are Edpuzzles, and some of them are the recorded lectures. Like this one, for example, is a audio PowerPoint of section 1.1. And you would just go through and watch these if you want. And again, there's another Edpuzzle, so they go back and forth. There's another chapter 1 all the way down the line of chapter 1 till you get to the end of it. And then you move on to the next chapter, next chapter, next chapter. Great, all the way good. Then exam study guide. So for every exam study guide, I'll have a study guide and a review. The review was not necessarily made today for this winter session course. It could have been made in the fall, and that's perfectly fine. So anything like a due date might be different, but what I'm showing you is going to be the same. So the study guides. You'll see here that this is a really long one. And that's, again, we're going to be kind of allowing you to, handle your own learning. But first, we need to set the road for you so you know exactly what to do. So this tells you what it's all about. 90 minutes, 50 to 60 questions. Everything in bold. These are absolutely based on questions you will see. In other words, if you had the exam in front of you, you're going to see at least a question or two on base pairing, a question or two on DNA replication, all the way down the line. But what do these things mean and how do you learn them? This is what would be under here. And so all of these things would be questions you would know or work on to have you be able to understand what's in here. And so that's kind of how that is organized. And then basically you just kind of repeat that same process for the second information from second exams, chapter 5, 6, 7, and now we start getting to a lecture for the whole chapter instead of one for every single section. And moving down the line, same for 9, and then moving down here we have the exam review and exam questions. And then 10 and 11 we have our PBL assignments, problem-based learning for 10 and 11 with an exemplar. And so down the line, there it is. The final thing you have is a case study. So everything is here and ready to go. And so by the time the course opens up, you should have a fair idea of what to do. And again, I am not just a passive computer-generated avatar. I'm an actual human. And I really enjoy helping students. So if you have any questions while you're learning, shoot me an email. I can either make you a little video vignette and send it to you, or I could Zoom with you if you want as well. On that note, good luck, and I hope you have a great experience.